Welcome everyone. This is Alveoly E-learning. My name is MK Obin. I'm one of your course instructors at Alveoly E-learning. The main purpose of Alveoly E-learning is to make learning simple and easier for all students, irrespective of where you are. All you have to do is to get access to a mobile phone, a computer or a laptop with an internet. Then you just sign up to www.alveoli.com. Okay, then you just get your pen and paper. When you log in, you have access to various courses. Then with the course that you have your interest in or you have difficulties in, then you sign up to those courses. All right, so our first electrolyte is sodium, okay, and the original name or the native name of sodium is natron. Okay, so that is why when we were in secondary school or at high school, we were told that the symbol for sodium is what? Is Na, because this is its original name or its native name or its originated name. So the symbol of sodium is what? Is Na. Okay. Then the normal sodium level in our body. Sometimes you see normal serum sodium level. Okay, so serum sodium or the amount of sodium which is supposed to be in our body, okay, should be between 135 to 145 millimole per liter. Okay, don't forget this figure. It can be an objective question. You can ask that, what is the normal sodium serum level, or what is the normal sodium level in the blood? Okay, so it's 135 to 145 millimole per liter. However, if this sodium level is below, or your sodium level is below 135, then it means that your sodium level has done what? It has reduced. If it is above 145, then it means what? It has gone high, which might result in what? Implications in the body. Now let's look at the function of sodium. Sodium has a lot of functions in the body, but mainly it's for conduction of what? Electrical activity in between cells in the body. So I'll list the functions of sodium in the body for you. Then when you go through and you have any questions, you can kindly ask. Our main thing, which is so important for us, is to know that sodium has a symbol Na. The normal sodium level is 135 to 145. Okay, so this is our first point. Our second point, let's look at our third point. When you look at the cell, I explained in our previous lesson that the fluid within the cell is known as what? Intracellular. Then the one outside the cell is known as what? Extracellular. When you look at the extracellular part of a cell, the most dominant cation, okay, the most dominant or abundant when I was explaining ion in our previous lesson, I said that an ion is divided into two. We have positively charged and negatively charged. The positively charged are known as what? Cations, and the negatively charged are known as anions. In the body, the most abundant cation in the extracellular is what? Sodium. Okay. So please don't forget. Please don't forget. You might have a question asking that which of the following electrolytes is most abundant in the extracellular part of the body. Your correct answer should be what? Sodium. So basically, these are the three main points that you have to know about what? Sodium. Now let's look at certain conditions that might occur as a result of either low sodium level or high sodium level, or certain presentations that might occur either due to low sodium level or high sodium level. Before that, for us to check our sodium level, a test is usually done known as blood urea Okay, let me out. Okay, I will edit. You can edit this one. Okay. So before that, let's look at blood investigation. That will help us to know our sodium level. Okay, we call it BUE, and you see, and creatinine. Okay, so blood urea. So this one represents what? Electrolytes. I don't know whether you've seen the doctors writing this investigation. Okay, so blood urea electrolyte. So per the electrolyte, then we can know our sodium level. And I'm saying that the sodium level or our serum sodium is between 135 millimole per liter to 145 millimole per liter. Hence, if your sodium level is below 135 millimole per liter, then you develop what? Some presentations, or let me say a condition known as what? Hyponatremia. Okay, so the word hypo means what? Low. Natron, as we did, comes from the word natron, which means what? Sodium. The word mia means what? Blood. Okay, so hyponatremia basically means low sodium level in the blood. So when you go and check your serum sodium level and it is below 135, then it means that your sodium level what? Has decreased. Then you develop what? Signs of what? Hyponatremia. In the same way, if you go and check your sodium level and it's higher than 145, let's say you get 150, 160, if it is higher than normal, then you develop what? Hypernatremia. So in the same way, hyper means what? High. Okay, natron from the word natron, which represents sodium. Mia gives us what? Blood. So basically, hypernatremia means high sodium level in the blood. Okay, so that is why it is very important for us to put this parameter in memory, for us to know in case they ask us a question and the figure that they give is higher than 145, then it means that it's an indicator of hypernatremia. If the figure is lower than 135, then it's an indicator of what? Hyponatremia. So later on, we'll go into details and look at the causes of hyponatremia and hypernatremia. So basically, this is what you have to know about sodium. All you have to know about sodium is that sodium has a symbol of what? Na. And we are saying that the normal serum level for sodium is what? 135 to 145 millimole per liter. Then we are also saying that sodium is the most abundant cation in the extracellular what? Fluid, okay, or the extracellular part of what? A cell. And we are saying that when the sodium level is below 135, you develop hyponatremia. If it is higher than 145, you develop what? Hypernatremia. And the lab investigation that will help us to know if, or to check our sodium level, is known as blood urea and what? Electrolytes. So basically that is that. Those are the simple things that you have to know, okay, about sodium. Now let's look at potassium. Potassium. the original name or the native name of potassium is Kali. Okay, so that is why the symbol of potassium is what? Is K. Okay, then we are saying that potassium level is between 3.5 to 5.4. In most books, it might end in 5.5. Okay, but it shouldn't exceed this 5.5 figure. Okay, so millimole per liter. Okay. Then, in the same way, if potassium level is below, if your potassium level is below 3.5, then we term it as what? Hypokalemia. So like the way we explained, Kali means what? Potassium. Hypo means what? Low. Mia means what? Blood. If the potassium level is higher than what? 5.4, like from 5.4, 5.5. So if you have 6 point something, then it means that your potassium level is going high. Potassium helps in conduction activities in the heart. So if there is a problem with your potassium level, it will affect the way your heart does what? Function. Then it leads to some conditions known as what? Arrhythmia. Okay. So it's very, very important for us to know our potassium level. Okay. And we are saying that if it is high, we term it as what? Hyperkalemia. Okay. So basically that is that. So we have hypokalemia and we have what? Hyperkalemia. All right. So later on, I'll give you the causes and management or treatment of what? Hypokalemia and hyperkalemia as well. Okay. Then 1.2 that we have to note very well under potassium is that potassium is the abundant cation in the intracellular. Okay, so when we're doing sodium, we said that sodium is the abundant cation in the extracellular. In the same way, when you come to the intracellular or the inside part of a cell, the most abundant cation in the intracellular is what? Is potassium. So please don't forget, these are some of the basic things that are likely to be asked in exams concerning fluid and electrolytes what? Imbalance. So very, very important. Okay. So there are other electrolytes which includes what? Calcium, magnesium, fluoride, chlorine, etc. But all you have to know is one, like how we did that of the potassium and the sodium. Try and know the normal serum levels. Those are the most important ones. Then when there's low level of it, how do we call it? When there's high level of it, the condition that is developed, how do we call it? And as well as what? The functions of those electrolytes. Basically, those are the things that you should know about them. So we will end the concept of what? Fluid and electrolyte balance at this level. Okay. So in summary, we've done fluid and electrolyte what? Imbalance. And in talking about fluid and electrolyte imbalance, we first talked about what? Fluid. And in talking about fluid, we made mention of intracellular fluid, extracellular fluid, then we gave an explanation to them. From there, we came and talked about what? Edema. Okay, then we talked about how edema formation occurs. Then we also talked about how edema presents itself. Then we ended at paracentesis abdominis. Then we came to look at electrolytes. Under electrolytes, we have sodium, potassium, chlorine, calcium, magnesium, etc. But the most important ones that we are likely to get questions on, or we are likely to have questions during an exams, okay, is, to be specific, what sodium and what potassium. So we talked about sodium level, potassium level, and the lab investigations that are involved to check our electrolytes is known as what? Blood, urea, and what? Electrolytes. So basically that is that. If you have any questions, you can put them at the question section, which will be answered in appropriate time. Thank you so much. This is Alveoly E-learning. There is more to come.